Hey everybody, welcome. It's Timmy here with Chalk Couture. So excited to have you join me today live during your lunchtime. Just making sure you all can hear me. And if you can, I see Susan, you're with me here. So thanks for joining, saying hi. If you can hear me, just feel free to send me a message and let me know. Well, then we'll know it's safe to get started. Been having some problems with my headphones today, so I think I am in pretty good shape, which is great. I'm going to close this door here in case we have people wandering in and out around the house, which often happens, I'm sure, as you know. And as I said, super excited to have you here with me and joining me during lunchtime. So this is kind of a new thing for me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Timmy. I am a Chalk Couture designer and mentor, which means I get the distinct privilege of sharing all the awesome things you can do with our products. And today we're focusing on inks. And really, you're my guinea pigs, because for Christmas, my darling husband gave me, what did he give me? He gave me a heat press, and it was something that was on my wish list, and it's really awesome for heat setting our inks on fabric. So I wanted to try it out before my class tonight. So you guys are kind of my guinea pigs. We're going to walk through how to use that little guy. And I thought it'd be a great time just to show you how to use inks. So we're going to kind of change our view here in just a sec so that you can see our project. And then we'll jump in and get started. So if you're here, be sure to say hi. If you know someone who you think might enjoy this live, feel free to share. I'm going to just share it over to my VIP group in case some of my customers want to check it out as well. Now, if you're not a member of my VIP group, you'll definitely want to join. This is a group of my customers who are interested in learning about all the cool things that are happening at Chalk Couture, and there are so many cool things happening in February. I just got back from California where I met with the leadership team of the company as well as my fellow designers, and we got to hear all about the great stuff that is coming out new in February. So many good things. I'll try to squeeze in a few ideas of things that you can expect while we're doing the demo today. But you'll find out all of them in my VIP group. So if you're interested in joining my VIP group, just go ahead in the comments and type in VIP, and I will be sure to make sure that you get added. If you are interested in watching when I go live again, just make sure that you hit the subscribe button that's in the bottom left-hand corner of your mobile device, and that will subscribe you to my lives, and you'll know next time I am going to be demoing. So I try to do it a couple times a week. I am testing out this time slot, so I'm kind of curious what you all think. As I said, if you don't know me, I do have a full-time job where I get to work with an awesome software company. I get to work out of my home, which means that I do have a little flexibility, and especially today, I decided that instead of eating lunch, I was going to actually do a little demo with you because I was having a little chalk withdrawal, I admit it. Being away all last week traveling, I didn't get to do as much chalking as I normally do, and I'm really missing it. So I just thought it'd be fun to come and do this fun little project with you. So I'm going to get this out of the way. We don't need that little light. I'm going to move this off my face here so you won't see that anymore. And I am going to head right over to, there we go, our project so you can see what we're going to work on. So got a couple things out here today. I don't need those scissors right now either, that I wanted to talk about. So the surface that we're going to be working on is our canvas clutch. And this is sold by Chalk Couture. It is an unlined clutch. As you can see, we actually stuffed some things in here to give it a little bit of poof so we could see. On this one, I had already used our Love Heart transfer, which I think is so cute. This little guy is available on my website, and you can order it directly from there if you'd like. Or if you're interested in a little special bundle package I'm putting together with this love and this cute little canvas bag, perfect for Valentine's Day gift for maybe someone in your life. You can go to my VIP group. I'm going to be offering a special bundle there a little bit later today, so be sure to check it out if you're interested. But I had used our chalk paste to use this design on the front side of the bag, and today I'm going to use the reverse side and put on our Hope transfer. And I wanted to do that for two reasons. One is I wanted to illustrate kind of how things would look when we use chalk versus when we use ink. And I also wanted to test out that heat press functionality. So that's what we're going to do today. Simple project. Will only just take us a few minutes. Probably will take me more time to read the directions and get my heat press working than it will be to actually do the project, but that's all right. Like I said, it'll give me a few minutes to chat with you about some cool things coming around the pike. Now, the other thing that you might notice is at the end of this little zippered area, there are some cute little tchotchkes, I guess. And these little tchotchkes I added on, so just went to my little craft store and found some cute little beads and words and such and added them to the zipper pull. And if you're interested in my cute little VIP bundle, I actually have some different zipper pull tchotchkes that I put together that will be included in that special kit. So if you like them, you'll get one if you order my kit. So this is, by the way, what the surface looks like without having done anything to it. That's it. So it's got a canvas top and bottom, so you could chalk on either place, front or back, your choice. And it holds quite a bit of stuff. So for $7.99, it's a great little gift idea. As you can see, this one has a little heart on it and a little squiggly piece. So that's what I put on this pull. So that's fun. Go to your jewelry making section of your craft store and find some fun things to add on it. Now, I'm not going to use our brand new one because I'm going to keep that available for someone who might like it. So I'm going to move it off to the side here, and we're going to focus on just this guy right here. Now, if you're new to Chalk Couture, a couple things you need to know. One is we make these fabulous silk screen transfers. Let's put it the right side up. These are adhesive-backed, reusable silk screen transfers. So they come on this white backer sheet. Usually I'll write what the transfer is on the back so I know which side to re-adhere my transfer to when I'm done. When you pull it off the backer sheet, you'll notice it's sticky, and that's good because the stickiness is what's going to keep it in place when you adhere it to the surface that you want to chalk or ink on. So this is really cool because this can go on all sorts of surfaces, and we can use it interchangeably between our pastes and our inks. The only difference between the paste and the inks really is that the ink can be heat set, which we're going to do today, to make it permanent and therefore washable. So you can use our chalk paste on all sorts of surfaces, everything from chalkboards, of course, to painted walls or furniture, wood, ceramic, pretty much anything you can think of, you can use chalk on. But when you want to wash your design, so you want to put it on a t-shirt or an apron or a canvas bag or even glassware or ceramics, then you're going to want to use our inks. And that's because, as I said, when you use our inks, you can heat set it so it'll be permanent and then it'll be washable. So as I said, I previously did this side with our love transfer. And this love transfer is available, this 5x7 transfer. It's available for $9.99 on my website. And as I mentioned, it is reusable. You can use it about 8 to 10 different times. So you can use it on all sorts of surfaces, make lots of gifts, even cards using that cute little guy. And we're also then, going to use the flip side, as I mentioned, to put on a different design. This time we're going to use our Hope transfer. And we're going to use our inks to test it out. So the first thing we want to do is we just want to peel off the silkscreen transfer from the backer. Now, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to bring it up really close here. But one thing you'll notice is that this isn't a stencil. It's actually a fabric. Oh, I have horrible nails, so don't look at my nails. A fabric mesh. So you'll be able to see right through it. It's not a cutout, but actually a screen, an actual true silk screen. Well, once we choose the design and we choose the surface that we want to put it on, what we want to do is we want to make sure that this surface is really adhered well, that everything is sticking, that there are no bubbles. Now, the one thing that you'll want to use if you're using our inks is some kind of protection so that the ink doesn't go through to the other side. And we just happen to have ink mats that can help with this. So I wanted to share these ink mats with you so that you can see. We're going to be using just a piece of the ink mat. This is available in my online store as well. It has a protective cover, and like our transfers, has a sticky side. And so when you put it into the area that you're going to ink, you're going to protect it so that the ink doesn't go through to the other side. It also, because it's got that stickiness, is going to keep your project from moving around. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that in there so that makes sure we do not get ink where we do not want it. And I'm just going to give this a good press. Now this transfer has been used a few times before, so I'm just giving it a really good rub just to make sure that there are no air bubbles. The other thing I'm doing is I'm taking our squeegee here and I am making sure we got a really good adherence. That's it. So I don't hear any movement, any bubbles, so I think we are ready to start inking. Now, we have a tremendous amount of colors of ink. Today, I decided to use our Couture Teal. Although I am partial to another Couture color we have called Couture Coral. And I think I'm going to change my mind and use the Couture Coral today for a couple of reasons. One, this past week, I lost a very dear friend of mine who had been battling with cancer for a very long time. And I want to make this in honor of her. And I think that she'd really like this coral. So I'm going to make this for Barb. If you know my friend Barb, I'm sure you'll know how lovely she was and how much an impact she has had on people's lives. So Barb, this one's for you. The other reason is that if you didn't know, coral is the color of 2019. It's an interesting idea, isn't it? That there's actually colors that come out for the year. Well, if you're familiar with Pantone colors, if you do any printing, you might have heard the word Pantone before. You'll read up that coral is the color of 2019, which is great because I love coral, so it works out really great. Hey, I see a few more people have joined us. Hey, Sue DeGangi, nice to have you. Jessica, great to have you join me as well. Hey, Beth, oh, a couple of my teamies are here. That's really awesome. I have been super blessed. I started with this company in February of last year. And as I said, I have a full-time job, so this is something that I do really for pleasure. And the excitement around this company has just been building and building and building. And I have fortunate enough now to have 25 people on my little team and growing. And Beth is one of my designers. It's great to have her join us. And we also have Jessica with us, who is taking a look at Chalk Couture for the first time and deciding if it's something that's for her. So I'm glad she's here too. If you're interested in learning more about what it is I do or what it means to be a designer, please feel free to connect with me. You can send me a message or just put in a note below that you're interested, and I'd be happy to share with you what I know and what is coming up in February. I know I keep saying all this good stuff's coming in February, but I haven't told you yet. So let's do the project first, and then I'll give you a little more heads up about the fun stuff that's coming. So we have got our transfer down onto our canvas bag, and I've opened up my my ink. So we're using ink today. I have to remind myself, the Couture Coral. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a stir before we get started, just to make sure it's all nice and smooth. For those of you who are watching, you might notice I have a new stirrer stick. And this is actually one of the new products that's coming out. I'm so excited. I know it sounds silly, but it's coming out with our new February catalog. That catalog is going to be live on my website on February 4th. So if you are interested in taking a look at all of the beautiful and new transfers we have coming out, be sure to check out my site then. Of course, I'll be doing lots of demoing between now and then of the new items that are coming out. Now, a couple tips that I would say. One is be careful you don't go outside. I almost did there. I think I might have a little. Not the end of the world. But you only want to cover the areas where our transfer is, not beyond, because this is ink. It's not going to be erasable very easily anyway. So you want to take your ink and just pull it down over your transfer, making sure we've covered all the areas, and then take off any excess. So as you can see, it needs very little. A little piece of dried ink there. I'm going to put this squeegee off to the side, and then voila, we are just going to pull up and remove our transfer. So as we say in the biz, we're going to peel and then reveal. That's it. That's how easy it is to create this really cute design. So lots of designs that are currently available on our site, and 100 and I believe 29 new transfers coming out on February 1st. If you see something you like on my site today, you should grab it, because it may not be available once the new stuff comes. Everything will transition over. So be sure to grab anything that is of interest to you before it goes away, and then be sure to come back and visit in early February to find out what's coming new. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share with you while we're letting this dry a little bit, so before we heat set it, we want to give it an opportunity to kind of dry a little bit. Now, we could hurry this along a little by using a heat tool or a blow dryer, but it's going to dry pretty fast here because it's a pretty small surface. So I am going to get my heat press ready to heat set it. First thing I need to do is come over and unplug, or plug in, I should say, my heat press, which I probably should have done beforehand, so I apologize. But I've had a very busy work morning already, and I didn't have tons of time. So, all right, I am now plugged in. If you're curious about what this heat press looks like, I'm going to bring it right over here in a minute so you can see it. We're going to remove our ink pad, and if you can see that, it didn't come through at all, which is great. And you can see that it's pretty similar to our ink. or to our chalk, excuse me, that we used earlier. You'll see there's a little glitter in this, and that's because before it dried, I added a little bit of glitter to it. So there is our hope. And when it starts to dry, it'll get kind of tacky feeling, which it is. We'll give it another minute or two here. I'm going to put this aside and we'll get our heat press over here so you can see what we're doing. All right, so this is a heat press. I'm going to move our inks here out of the way and make sure you can get a full picture of what's going on here. It does come with some instructions, although I did ask some teamies how it works before I came on. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And we want the temperature to be at 350. Let's see if we can, there we go. So I'm going to put it up to 350. All right, well, 320, oh, 325, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, that's good. And all we need is 30 seconds. So we're going to let this get up to the temperature it needs to be at. And we should be able to figure out how to work this. This is, I guess, where instructions probably would be useful, don't you think? Now, if I have anybody out there who's used the heat press before, certainly, please tell me what I need to know. It's always really good. So we got this little quick start guide here. So this is what I'm looking at. So it says plug in and power on your press, set the temperature, set the timer for 30 seconds. When it's ready to go, you'll hear a beep. All right. So it's set for 30 seconds. And then it tells me to find my surface, firm and flat, so that's good. And then preheat the base material, which I didn't do, but that's all right. I'm not worried about that. And then it says position and press. Ah, so it's the bottom part that we're going to press on. And that's why they said it was a good idea to have a fluffy towel nearby. Got it. All right, so I'm going to grab a towel, which I do have one handy. See, we can all follow directions, can't we? We can. I know we can. It was interesting in my mind. I was thinking it was a little different than this. So that's good. I'm just going to go ahead and put this towel down so that's ready, so that when that beeps, and I can smell it, so it's starting to heat up. All right, and I guess we don't need to put anything in between. Guess we'll find out if I make a boo-boo here, huh? I'm just going to try to flatten that out a bit. And then this is going to heat set us. Hey, Skyla! Thanks for joining me at lunchtime. Hope you're having a good one. Skyla, too, is another designer on my team. It's great to have her here. So, hey, while we're waiting for this to heat up, I think it's almost there. It's at 3:05 right now, as you can, well, you're a little delayed, but it's coming up. One thing I want to tell you is that one of the most awesome announcements I heard at conference is that we are going to start to offer subscription kits, monthly subscription kits that you can sign up for. And how those work is you will have the ability to sign up on my website. Oh, there you go. That was it. I heard it. All right. So let me just say you can sign up on my website, and each month Chalk Couture will send you a surprise transfer and 3 chalk paste singles in 3 different colors that you can use to do that project. Every month at the beginning of the month, we will ship you a brand new transfer. We won't even know what it is. It's going to be a surprise when it gets to you. You may even get it before us as designers. The cost is $19.99, and there is free shipping. That's like the best part I thought that I heard. So these transfers are going to be exclusive only to our monthly subscribers. You won't be able to get them anywhere else. So if you're interested in learning more or getting an update when the subscription comes live on February 1st, just let me know and I will be sure to contact you. But I think that's going to be super exciting. There is an initial 3-month enrollment period, and then after that it's month to month. When you first enroll, you'll have an opportunity also to sign up for some extra supplies like a chalkboard surface, squeegee, stirring tool, fuzzing cloth, stuff like that. Fuzzing cloth, that was another new thing that we heard. We're getting far on fuzzing cloth, so that's really fun. Okay, so who's ready? Okay, so I think all I'm supposed to do is start the timer and apply gentle pressure until it beeps. All right, here we go, folks. I'm going to move this over a little bit, give myself a little bit more room. And start the timer. All right, I think I started the timer. Did I start the timer? It doesn't seem to be counting down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I should watch my timer on my live here. All right, let's hope we don't ruin anything here. I'm not sure if I got this timer really to notice that we're done. Let's hope I'm not burning anything that I'm not supposed to. All right, everything looks all right. I'm just going to move it this way here just to give this a little bit more gentle pressure, it says. I don't see any countdown seconds, so I'm going to just kind of assume that we're getting pretty close. And then I'm going to return that to the base. And this is definitely pretty hot. Feels like it's dry and pretty good. So I think that's it. I think we have heat set it. And it's now ready to go. So we've got our hope on one side, and we've got our love on the other. That's it, guys. That wasn't that easy? All right, so let me come back here and thank you so much for joining me. I will be putting up some information about how you can order any of these products. They are available on my website, and I have added the website address here, so feel free to go and check it out and see what's coming up. I'll pin this to the top, and then of course I will also be happy to post a finished picture. And don't forget to check out in my VIP group later a special involving this cute little canvas tote and an ink and our love transfer. So that's what's going to be included in that little bundle kit. So I will be sharing that for you a little bit later today. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe and come back and visit me. If you'd like to get onto my email list, send me a message with your email info, and I will be sure to get you set up. In the meantime, everybody have a great rest of your lunch. Thanks for joining me. Take care, everyone. Bye.